Hey there! Thanks for joining me. Today we're going to look at a video of the traditional ending on the Cadillac, and this ending sequence features our Pilates Project exercise for today, which is the hanging pull-ups. And the order of these 5 to 6 exercises in the traditional ending also can help you build up to the 3rd, 4th exercise, which is the hanging pull-ups. So first you've done either a workout elsewhere or your Cadillac workout, and now you're going to set up for the traditional ending. So you'll need, for the first exercise, you'll need the rollback bar. And in my training, we always learn to put up what we need for the ending series and then to take down all the things that you don't need. So the leg springs, you can take those down, and generally they're not really in your way. And as a teacher, you could probably leave them up and just kind of move around them. But for clients, it's nice to just get anything that's going to be a little bit distracting or in their way out of the way. So I'm going to put these leg springs underneath the Cadillac. And then another item I'm going to need for the first exercise, which is called breathing, is the rollback bar, this foot plate, and in my training we called this the cuña. Shari and Romana both spoke Spanish, and cuña, I looked it up, is the Spanish word for wedge, and so I think that's why they called it that. Some of them look a little bit flatter and higher. This one is made by Gratz, and this is considered to be the cuña made in the old style, so if there's any gearheads out there and you want to order this specific cuña. And I need one more element to start this series, which is the trapeze, and I'm going to teach you how to set that up right now. So I'm just going to bring the trapeze down, I'm going to slide it out, and then you're going to measure your wingspan, fingertip to fingertip, and that is your measurement for where the trapeze will go. I'm going to secure it in place with one of these, and that's sufficient enough that it won't move, and it also saves you the time of tightening both of them to move it and then to put it back. It's not going to move for the first exercise, breathing, but for the other ones where your feet are here and you're pulling yourself up, it might slide on you, and that's why we're securing it right at the top. So now I've got everything in place, and I'm going to lie down and start the first exercise. There's a little bit of a lineup, which is making yourself arm's distance away from these poles, and that should make this hang straight down, and that's what you're looking for. I'm going to get the bar. And then I'm going to do this breathing exercise for 3 times. You're going to take a big breath in. Take a big breath in, and you're going to hold your breath through this part. Stretch everything away and pull the stomach in. And one more time. And then I'm going to take my feet so I can return the bar without making a noise because I'm short. And now we'll sit up and turn around for the next exercise, which is called spread eagle. And this now can get out of our way. And I'm just going to put it with our other springs under the Cadillac. And then I'm going to hold right under these leg spring little bolts. You'll see why in a moment. This is the spread eagle. And this is very reminiscent of our pulling straps. And you want an upper back bend, but not a lower back bend. And then you're going to move your body away from your arms and hands. And then you're going to push into your lower body and lift yourself up to your hands. And we'll do it 3 times. And then you'll just take 2 steps backward. The pull-ups facing forward are first. Don't look if you don't need to put your foot behind you. And we're going to do 3. It's very hard to talk between those. And so now here's our Pilates project, the hanging pull-ups. I'm going to make this stop. And then I'm going to lift my own body weight and put my feet inside. I'm going to hang down for a moment. And now pull yourself away from that trapeze so that it doesn't shift. You lengthen away from it into a back bend, into a plank. Everything helps. And then hang down. Pull yourself away from the trapeze. Plank. And hang down. Now for the dismount. Plank. Bend and hold yourself. Take your feet out without crashing too hard on the mat. And I'm just giving myself a little rest before I do one more version of the hanging pull-ups. This is a little bit of a variation, the twist pull-ups. Reaching both legs in both directions. And then all we have to do is put the trapeze away. And now I'm going to set up for the hang. There's a measurement for the fuzzies as well. You're going to measure from the elbow to the end of your finger. And that's going to give you the measurement for your body. And then I'm going to move the cunha. And you can lie down and lift your feet into the fuzzies, but I'm going to do it a different way where you're standing and you come to lying down and then you come to standing again. Maybe, let's see. So I'm going to put myself over here. It's important that you're on the other side of this so you don't have to negotiate this with your head. I'm going to put one foot in the fuzzy. And then I'm going to hold myself up and use my other foot to help me get into this fuzzy. And then without sliding, I'm going to walk down the bars until I'm in the half hang. And then I'm going to rest for a moment. So if you're tall, you might want to wrap the straps so that the fuzzy gets a little bit not as long hang down, and therefore you won't hang down all the way to the floor. I don't really need to do that, but I'll show you how to do it. So you'll hold on and you'll just kind of turn a few times, same number of times each leg, until the black strap is a little twisted and you can see I'm hanging up a little higher. So this is the half hang, and this is just sort of delightful just to hang here. Do spend some time. You can do a little while you're hanging. You can kind of twist to one side and keep your scoop, and it might feel kind of like a nice stretch in your back. And then just hang down and let gravity take you. And then when you're ready, you're going to pull yourself off the Cadillac and go all the way upside down. And if that feels just great and you love standing up, being upside down, you can push yourself up. Do a nice little back extension. And then just be careful coming down. Round your back and climb all the way up and grab your feet and hang. Whee! This is the best part. And then we're going to come down for a moment. And one of the reasons I really like the starting from standing and returning to standing is because there's a nice extra little fun back swinging stretch thing you can do. And it's definitely worth the journey back up there. So get your strength, rest for a moment. And now we're going to make the journey all the way back up to hold on to the top canopy. So here we go. And then I'm going to hold the top. Yay! And now I get to swing this way, which feels like a really nice back stretch. And it's worth the way up. Okay. And then you're just going to hold yourself up. You can use your other foot to help you and take your foot out of the fuzzy. Stand back up. And yay! So that is the traditional ending on the Cadillac with a little extra hang up and down and an extra hanging twist pull up as well. So if you have any questions or comments or want to see a blog post about any of the other exercises featured in this traditional ending, leave me a comment below. Give this video a thumbs up if you'd like to see more Pilates videos like this. And thank you so much. Bye. Forward. And then I'm going to return. Let's do that again. So I'm going to lift into swan, and I'm going to use my back muscle to not only lift my back, but also to pull the strap. And I'm going to do it one more time. Lift. Keep dragging myself forward as the strap is moving.